To Follow the Father. A short story by infinite artistry and design. Little Samuel loved the early mornings when the world was painted in gentle gold and dew clung to the grass like tiny jewels. He would slip quietly from his bed, pull on his shoes, and tiptoe through the quiet house. Down the hall, the familiar glow of his father's study door beckoned. Through the gap, Samuel watched his father, James, sitting in his robe, hands folded, reading from a battered Bible. The room was filled with a kind of peace Samuel didn't quite understand. Sometimes Samuel would rest his head on his knees and listen to the low voice of his father, murmuring prayers for the day. One morning, James noticed Samuel's small shadow. "Come in, Sam," he said softly. Samuel slid into the room. "Why do you do this every morning, Daddy?" James smiled, lifting Samuel into his lap. "Your granddad used to do this too. He wanted to know Jesus better, to act the way he did, to love like him. I try to follow his steps each day." Samuel's eyes widened. "In his footsteps?" "Yes," James said, pointing to a well-worn bookmark. On it, the words, "Whoever claims to live in him must walk as Jesus did." From that morning, Samuel joined his father, sometimes sitting quietly, sometimes asking questions. He began to notice changes, not just in the way his father read stories or prayed, but how he listened to neighbors, helped at the park, or forgave small hurts. It was as if a gentle light followed his father wherever he went. One rainy afternoon, Samuel saw a boy from school sitting alone by the playground fence, crying. The old urge to rush past tugged at him, but his father's words echoed in his heart. "Think, how would Jesus act?" He knelt beside the boy, offered his sleeve to wipe away tears, and sat with him until the storm passed. Later, Samuel told his father, who listened and hugged him tight. As weeks passed, the thread linking their small acts grew strong. Prayer, kindness, moments of patience. Samuel realized that following in his father's footsteps was really following in someone much greater's footsteps too. The gentle light he admired so much began to shine in his own actions. One evening, as they walked home under a canopy of stars, Samuel reached for his father's hand. "I hope I grow up to follow in your footsteps, Dad." James squeezed his hand, eyes shining. "And together, we'll keep following Christ's. That's what matters most." The golden hush of twilight wrapped around them, two shadows walking forth, one leading, one learning, both forever seeking the footprints of love ahead.